The group chat woke me at 6:48 a.m. like a marching band. Family Vaki airplane, palm tree, we're booked. Dad, drop the airline screenshot. 2 adult seats, 1 child, aisle/high five emojis. Kara, my stepmom, added a Pinterest collage of the resort pool. I waited for my name to appear the way you wait for your stop on a train you're not sure you boarded. It didn't. A minute later, Kara tagged me. Alex will house sit. Feed Jasper. Water the plants. Bring in mail. Dad needs your car for the airport. Just a quick borrow. You're the best. They uninvited me, but they invited me for my weekend. I opened the hotel confirmation I'd been CC'd on months ago when it was maybe all of us. Where Alex used to sit in room 2. The guest's name now read MIA Carter. Under the booking notes, like a footnote trying to be polite, house sitter, Alex lives on site, as if I were furniture that waters itself. I glanced at my calendar. PTO, Friday through Monday, approved weeks ago for my own quiet trip. Next to it, a recurring charge reminder chimed. Family plan draft $162.40. I've carried the right 3 lines on the phone plan I've carried since college because I had the best credit. Also Wi-Fi. The modem is mine. The bill's in my name because we'll move it later never moved. Dad called before I could stew. Morning, champ. We fly on Saturday. I'll take your car to the airport and leave it in the neighborhood app, lot safe as houses. And Jasper knows you, he'll be easy. Wait, I said. Am I not going? A pause. This one's really for Mia. Middle school's been rough. We'll do a bigger family thing later. Be a team player. Does team player mean free house sitter plus car, plus utilities? I asked. He chuckled like I'd told a dad joke. It's not like that. You're here anyway, and the Wi-Fi is yours. You know all the passwords. Exactly. Because the modem is physically mine. Because the phone plan runs through my card. Because when people say you're so good at logistics, they mean we expect your logistics for free. Kara jumped in on text. We'll leave Jasper's vet card, a huge bag of food, and cash on the counter heart suit. They never leave cash. They leave promises. Mia sent a soft, sorry, Alex. I asked, but Mom says rooms are full. Then a photo of a matching hat set she and Kara bought. Mia isn't the problem. Mr. Boyd, our neighbor, waved from his driveway as I stood on the porch trying to breathe like a reasonable adult. He's the one they use as emergency feeder, which translates to backup for Alex, who is apparently Plan A. I could feel the weekend being drafted out of me. I also felt the shape of something solid click into place. Terms, not guilt. On the kitchen counter, Dad keeps a drawer of extras, takeout menus, loose screws, the spare key to my car from when he moved it for street sweeping. The thought arrived, perfectly formed. Get that key back before my Camry becomes a shuttle. They assigned me the net. I was about to install a fence. I opened notes and typed a heading. House sit agreement, Alex. Hours. Daily rate. Dog care specifics. Deposit by Thursday 5 p.m. Welcome to the same rules everyone else follows. Under it, I added a second note. Boarding options with 3 licensed facilities that do last-minute checks. Before sending anything, I checked my accounts. Phone plan mine. I can port my line to a solo plan and leave instructions for them to set up theirs. Wi-Fi. The provider lists account owner. A. Carter. Terms say I can transfer service or cancel with 24 hours notice. I wasn't going to strand anyone mid-Zoom. I was going to stop underwriting the vacation. Kara messaged again, cheerful as a checklist. Trash day is Monday. Can you take the bin out? Oh, and if the Wi-Fi blinks, just call them. They only talk to you. I stared at the screen. The subtext wasn't even sub. Aunt Rosa pinged me separately. Saw the tickets. You okay? Annoyed, I typed. Also done. I've got a studio sublet free this weekend, she replied. Keys under the frog planter. Book it if you mean it. The frog planter made me smile. The idea made me breathe. PTO could still be PTO, just not here. I went to the drawer and found the spare key to my car. The little plastic tag still had a post-it with street sweep scrawled on it. I slipped it onto my own ring and texted Dad. I'll drive you if I'm free. I won't lend the car. I'm drafting house sit rates if you want to book me. Otherwise, please board Jasper. Here are 3 license places. I passed the list. He called within seconds. Rates? Alex, come on. Jobs have rates, I said. And I already have plans. You live here, he said, like geography was consent. I also pay here, I said, glancing at the autopay notifications, which is ending. I'll send details so you can set up your own Wi-Fi and phone line. You're the parents. You can be the account holders. Silence, then the predictable sigh. We'll talk later. Don't be dramatic. Dramatic is what people call boundaries after they've spent your yes. I drafted the agreement PDF on my laptop. Clean, boring, professional. I built a template text to send with it. Happy to house sit as a booking. If the signed agreement plus deposit are not received by Thursday 5 p.m., I'm unavailable. For Jasper, please use one of these licensed boarders. No car lending. Airport rides must be scheduled and paid in advance. I scheduled my OOO for Saturday morning and set a calendar reminder titled Transfer Wi-Fi/Port Line for Friday noon, with a note, legal owner, 24H notice, give them setup sheet. I printed a 1-page how to set up your own Wi-Fi/phone because I am not a monster. I'm just not a sponsor. At dinner, Kara floated her favorite kind of compliment. You're so reliable. It's what makes this family work. Reliability is great, I said. Exploitation is not. Dad scraped his fork. Can we not do this before a trip? We're doing this because of a trip, I said, calm as the contract waiting in my drafts. When they went to bed, I set my phone on the charger and looked at the frog planter photo from Aunt Rosa. I could see my weekend through its ceramic smile. A couch that didn't come with a chore list. Send tomorrow? I asked myself, hovering over the message with the PDF. Send tomorrow, 8 a.m., I decided, and hit schedule. I slid the car's spare key into my pocket, labeled the agreement terms, not guilt.pdf, and fell asleep to the hum of a modem that, for the first time, sounded like mine. At 8 a.m., the scheduled message fired like a clean lever. Subject: House sit agreement, Alex. Availability: if booked Saturday 7 a.m., Monday 9 a.m. Rate: weekend rate plus nightly check fee. Upfront. Deposit due Thursday 5 p.m. Zelle/Venmo. Includes dog walks 3/day, meds if labeled, plant watering, mail pickup. Excludes airport rides, book separately, no car lending. Boundaries: no drop-offs without signed agreement, no access without confirmation. Cancellation: less than 24 hours. Equals deposit non-refundable. Message under it: happy to help as a booking. If agreement plus deposit isn't in by Thursday 5 p.m., I'm unavailable. Safe backups attached. Then I pasted 3 licensed boarding options that take same-day check-ins. I set a price. They set a guilt. Kara called first. Alex, this reads like a stranger wrote it. We're family. Family is why I sent it before you're standing at my door with a leash, I said. Jobs have terms. Dad texted. We'll settle after the trip. Don't make this complicated. Payment is up front, I replied. Same as any sitter who doesn't share your last name. Mia sent a sticker of a worried puppy. I told her Jasper would be fine because adults were going to make an actual plan. I moved to logistics. They don't see until they need me. I opened my accounts. Phone plan, my name, my card. I scheduled a port of my number to a solo plan Sunday at 6 p.m. after their flight. The family plan would stop auto paying from my card. They'd get a setup text. Wi-Fi. The modem is mine. The account is mine. I filed a service transfer for Monday with noon enough time to get home and call, with a 1-page instruction sheet I'd printed for them. I wasn't cutting a mid-Zoom cord. I was ending sponsorship with notice. I sent 1 calm email so nobody could claim surprise later. Subject: service changes and weekend availability. House sitting is available only with signed agreement plus deposit by Thursday 5 p.m. PDF attached. If not booked, please use the licensed boarding list attached. I'm moving my phone line to a solo plan Sunday 6 p.m. and transferring Wi-Fi to your names Monday noon. Instructions attached. I won't lend my car. Airport rides can be scheduled/paid in advance. Kara replied from the resort planning high ground. This is so cold, Alex. I hovered one beat, then typed the sentence I'd practice-paced all week. Clear is not equal to cold. They wanted kindness to mean free. I wanted kindness to mean clarity. I walked through the house and shut little loopholes. Changed the garage keypad code, confirmed my car spare key was on my ring, it was, and drafted a doorbell auto message I could flip on if they tried a doorstep handoff. House sit not booked. No pet drop-offs. Please contact the boarding facilities. Sent on July 12th. Mr. Boyd waved from his porch. Headed out this weekend. Maybe, I said, if my boundary holds. Good for you, he answered, the way retired people bless you without a sermon. Aunt Rosa texted a photo of the frog planter with a key beneath. Studio's open. Book it if you mean it. I meant it. I placed a hold on the sublet, refundable through Friday at noon, and set my phone's 000 to start Saturday 7 a.m. exceptions allowed. Aunt Rosa and the boarding numbers, nobody else. At lunch, Dad tried a softer angle. Why are you doing this to us? I'm not, I said. I'm doing this for me, so I don't resent you. If you want my weekend, book it. If not, book Jasper. He grumbled. We'll figure it out later. Later is how we got here, I said, and pinned the agreement again in the family thread. By afternoon, Kara dropped a Google Doc titled Vacation Itinerary with sections for outfits and spa times. At the bottom, a line read support, Alex house sit, as if my consent could be written in her font. I commented directly under it. Not confirmed. Pending agreement plus deposit by Thursday 5 p.m. otherwise. Use boarding, links above. The comment turned yellow. My pulse didn't. My phone chimed with a calendar banner. Thursday 5 p.m. deposit deadline. I tapped add alert for 55 and slid my finger over the doorbell auto message toggle. Saved, not active. Tomorrow I would decide who had a booking. Them for Jasper or me for my weekend. At noon the next day, Kara dropped a color-coded vacation binder on the kitchen counter, like a verdict. Inside, spa times, dinner reservations, and at the back, support. Alex, house sit, dog care, trash mail. She checked the box for confirmed in her own handwriting. They confirmed, me on paper I didn't sign. I slid the binder back and left a sticky note on the last page. Not confirmed. Booking requires signed agreement plus deposit. Thursday 5 p.m. Otherwise, board Jasper. I snapped a photo and uploaded it to my receipts folder with the timestamp. Dad tried a lighter version of the same thing. We printed your care checklist, he said, holding a sheet labeled Alex's tasks, as if possession of a printer equals consent. Print my agreement, I said, or book the kennel. He frowned. Why are you making this hard? I'm making it clear. I moved from words to switches. I opened the doorbell app and flipped auto message on. House sit not booked. No pet drop-offs. Please contact the licensed boarders. Sent on Thursday. Then I tapped into my 000 and pushed the start time earlier. Saturday 7 a.m. sharp, allowed through. Aunt Rosa and the boarding numbers. Everyone else gets the polite wall. Next, services they love calling ours until a bill is due. Phone plan. I called my carrier and confirmed the port of my number to a solo plan Sunday 6 p.m. auto pay for the family plan stops with me. They'll get a setup text inviting them to create their own account. Wi-Fi. I printed the 24-hour transfer notice legal because the account and modem are mine and slid it under a magnet on the fridge. Service transferring to your names Monday noon. Instructions inside binder pocket. I unplugged my modem, coiled the cable and put both in my tote. The TV blipped. The house didn't explode. I wasn't unplugging a household. I was unplugging a subsidy. Dad blinked at the dark Wi-Fi icon. Really? You're on vacation tomorrow, I said. No one's here to Zoom. I gave you notice and a setup sheet. Monday it's yours. Kara stared like I'd kicked the router. Petty, she said. Private property, I said, patting the modem. Purchased by me. Transfer scheduled. Calm and lawful. To avoid the airport stunt, I checked the garage keypad, new code held, my Camry spare on my ring, and the fuel level full. No, we had to borrow it to fill it for you story. Aunt Rosa texted a frog emoji and an address. Studio is ready. Check out Monday, 10 a.m. Use it if your spine needs a couch. Booked. I wrote back and sent her a heart. The sublet confirmation hit my inbox. Code under the frog planter. Wi-Fi, hers not mine, kettle included. 2 minutes later, Kara fired off a group message with confetti. We're set. Alex has the house. Airport at 6 a.m. I replied under it, visible to all. Not booked. Agreement plus deposit were due Thursday, 5 p.m. I'm unavailable. Please board Jasper. Links above. I pinned the message and muted their reactions. Dad followed with a DM. Son, don't embarrass us. We told the neighbors you're on deck. Tell the neighbors you updated the plan, I wrote. Tell the dog the grown-ups. Made sure he's covered. I packed my weekend bag. 3 t-shirts, a paperback, charger, and the modem in its cardboard box. I added a laminated one-pager for them, labeled How To. Set up your own Wi-Fi because clarity isn't cruelty, it's the cure. I printed one more copy of my agreement. Not to hand them, but to keep on my side of the fence. The fence matters as much as the yard. If I was confirmed, why did the door say no, the OOO say later, and the Wi-Fi say goodbye? At dinner, Mia twirled spaghetti and tried to make it okay, the way kids do when grown-ups are busy pretending. We can FaceTime from the lazy river, she said. You can meet us next time, right? Next time if it includes me, I said, smiling at her and no one else. Kara raised her eyebrow at the quiet modem. So, we're just without internet. Until Monday, I said, at which point you'll have yours. She shot a look at Dad that said fix it. He did his favorite shrug, the one that hopes I'll blink first. I didn't. I washed my plate, dried my hands, and placed the vacation binder back on the counter, face down on support. Alex. My phone buzzed at 9:41 p.m. Dropping Jasper at 6:15 so we can beat security, from Kara. I tapped the doorbell app and watched the blue ring breathe. Auto message armed. I set 2 alarms, 5:50 coffee, 6:05 breathe. I put my keys, tote, and the frog planter address by the door. Micro cliffhanger. At 6:13 a.m., the driveway camera pinged. Leash flash, suitcase wheel. Determination in yoga pants. The doorbell lit, and my recorded voice started the sentence that would keep me off the leash with them. 6:13 a.m. The driveway cam pinged. Suitcase wheel, leash flash, determination in yoga pants. The bell lit blue, and my recorded voice did exactly what Pass Me hired it to do. House sit not booked. No pet drop-offs. Please contact the licensed boarders. Sent on Thursday. They brought a suitcase and found a boundary. Kara texted, open up, we're late. I replied in the family thread, for the record, unavailable. Do not leave Jasper. Please board him. Links above. I pinned it. Again. The bell chimed twice more. Same calm message, same tone. Through the peephole, I saw Dad juggling a duffel, Kara with Jasper's leash, Mia hugging the dog's neck. My stomach tugged, my spine held. I answered the call so the kid and the dog heard my voice. Morning, Mia. Jasper's getting a safe helper today. Kara cut in. Alex, be reasonable. I am, I said. Reasonable equals plans, made before a doorbell. Boarding is open now. Dad, try the trade he loves. We'll settle after. Just take him. I'll bring your car back tonight. No car lending, I said. No pet drop-offs. The border on 3rd Street has walk-ins at 7. Here's the map. I texted the address and phone. Delivered. Mr. Boyd ambled out to get his paper. Morning, he called to them, then to me through the door. Need anything, Alex? Just the usual, I said. Adults making adult plans. Boundaries aren't punishments. They're instructions I follow. Kara tried leaving Jasper's bag on my mat like a guilt totem. I pointed at the camera, then sent a line I'd pre-written for just this move. No unattended items. Take everything with you. A blue sedan pulled up. Aunt Rosa stepped out like she'd rehearsed. I'm heading toward 3rd Street anyway, she lied kindly. They have a 7 a.m. slot. I'll follow you so you don't lose time. She put the border on speaker. Yes, we have room for one friendly lab, vaccination card on arrival. Drop-off window 7 to 7:30. Dad exhaled, defeat shaped like a fog. Fine, he said to the phone. To me. We'll remember this. I already did, I said, and flicked my OOO live at 7 o'clock on the dot. They loaded Jasper back into the car. Mia looked up at the camera and said, "Bye, buddy," like a person who isn't the problem. Kara shot me a look that wanted to be a lecture, but the bell chimed again. Same calm sentence. So she saved it for later. By 7:26 a.m., Rosa texted a photo. Jasper sniffing a welcome mat under a bulletin board that read, "Pause and relax, you're safe here." Caption, checked in. Below it, a receipt. Drop off 7:21, pick up Monday 9 a.m. I let my lungs unhook. A minute later, my phone lit with a flurry. Border. Dog settled. Text if flight delays pickup. Dad, we'll be late to the airport. Me, drive safe. Have a good trip. Kara, you embarrassed us. Me, pasted. Clear is not equal to cold. I locked the door, slung my tote with my modem coiled inside, over my shoulder and walked to my car. No one could borrow it for the airport because my spare key lived on my ring and the garage code belonged to last week. If I was confirmed, why did the door say no, the OOO say later, and the Wi-Fi say goodbye? On the freeway, Rosa called hands-free. They're grumpy, but their dog's got a blanket and a biscuit. You okay? I'm good, I said, watching the sun lay gold on the hood. Thanks for standing next to my no. Anytime, she said. Text me when the kettle boils. I reached the frog planter by 9. The studio smelled like lemon oil and quiet. I set my bag down, propped the vacation binder photo open on my phone, and laughed a little. Their confirmed box meant less than my pin decline. At 10:12 a.m., a final volley from Kara. We told neighbors you were on deck. So awkward. I sent 2 screenshots, my agreement with the missed deposit timestamp and the border's check-in time. No adjectives, just time. By noon I'd made tea, cracked a paperback, and turned my watch to allow. Aunt Rosa, border, silence. Everyone else. The studio's Wi-Fi worked, hers not mine. My phone buzzed once more. Airline reminder. Gate closes 12:05. Then nothing. Blessed, nothing useful. Micro cliffhanger. Sunday at 6 p.m. My number would port off the family plan, and Monday at noon. The Wi-Fi transfer would flip to their names. They boarded the dog. I boarded peace. Tomorrow I'd make the rest official. Sunday at 5:58 p.m. I put my phone on the counter next to Aunt Rosa's frog planter key and watched the second hand flirt with 6. When it clicked, 2 texts stacked like dominoes. Carrier, your number has been successfully ported to your solo plan. Family plan, a payment method needs to be added to continue autopay. I didn't strand anyone. I just stopped paying for everyone. I sent 1 email. Subject line that could be searched later. Subject, confirmed, my line moved. Family plan needs your card. My line ported at 6 p.m. tonight, as scheduled. Your plan stays active. Please add your own payment method before the next cycle. Alex. No adjectives. Just time. The studio taught me how quiet it works. Kettle hum. Paperback face down like a sleeping bird. A couch with no chores underneath it. I slept because I wasn't rehearsing a fight. Monday, 9:02 a.m., Aunt Rosa texted a photo. Jasper, front paws on the counter at pickup. Pink tongue, caption, certified good boy returns. I texted Mia a paw emoji parade. She sent a heart and a blurry hug. At 11:55 a.m., I stood in our kitchen with my tote and the modem box. The transfer call connected to the speaker. Account owner Alex Carter, the rep confirmed. Request, transfer service to new account in residents' names. Effective 12 p.m. That's right, I said. The rep read the script. I initialed the pieces that mattered. At 12:01, the Wi-Fi light blinked goodbye like a polite guest. I taped my 1-page sheet to the fridge. Step 1, create account in your name. Step 2, pick a plan. Step 3, schedule installation or buy your own modem. Step 4, add your card to the phone plan. I didn't cut the cord. I cut a subsidy with instructions. The front door opened at 12:17. Dad, shoulders low, suitcase while apologizing across the threshold. Jasper trotted past him, toenails clicking, happy like dogs who weren't the problem. Dad looked at the fridge, at the clean rectangle where the Wi-Fi used to be, at me. He sighed. You really did it. I really kept my promise, I said. He nodded once, something loosening behind his eyes. We'll set it up. And thank you for not leaving us stranded mid-flight. That was the point, I said. Boundaries, not revenge. Kara came in 5 beats later, sunglasses still on. Is this really necessary? She asked the fridge. Yes, I said to her. So next time necessary doesn't mean me. She opened her mouth. Then Jasper sneezed, which is my favorite interruption. Dad picked up the instruction sheet. Where do we start? He asked. I handed him a pen. I took my modem, mine coiled and quiet, and slid it into my tote. The box made a small, important thud. I left the vacation binder photo on the counter, next to my pinned messages. Their confirmed checkbox looked like a costume next to my receipts. If I had been confirmed, I wouldn't have needed a fence. I drove back to the studio for one last night of lemon oil and boredom. Jenna, different family, same meme, posted a half-truthy story that a cousin forwarded to me. We almost missed our flight because someone forgot how to be family. The replies under it were deliciously dull. Alex sent terms Thursday. Also sent the boarding link. Receipts over rants. I didn't add to the chorus. I just saved a screenshot of my agreement with a missed deposit timestamp next to the boarding receipt at 7:21 a.m. Boring proof is the best kind. That night I wrote my standing policy as a letter. Short enough to pin, clear enough to reuse. Subject: house sitting, car and services, my policy. I'm happy to house sit when booked. Signed agreement plus deposit by the deadline. I don't lend my car. Rides are a separate booking. Phone/Wi-Fi will live in the account holders' names going forward. Love you. See you at birthdays as a guest. Alex. I hit send, labeled the thread policy, and archived the rest. When I brought my things home Tuesday, Mia met me at the door with a fist bump. Jasper liked camp, she said. He got a bandana. Tell him he's the only one I'd work for free, I said, scratching his ears. She giggled because everyone knew it was true. Dad had the new Wi-Fi up for dinner. He slid the bill across the table, his card on top. We set up autopay, he said. Should have done it sooner. Yep, I said, letting the moment land where it belonged. Kara didn't apologize. She did say, next time we write a plan, we'll ask you first. It wasn't an apology, but it wasn't an argument either. I accepted the weather. That night, the modem hummed in my closet, with my name like a boundary you can plug in when you need it. The house was the same, and my weekend was mine. They boarded the dog, I boarded peace. And the next time someone tried to confirm me in their font, I had a sentence ready that didn't need a bell to say it.